had, when I was a kid, lived with my parents in the fear of an attachment, something attached to those items. So there, I lost a lot of personal things.
Right.
My mom, dad, my family. So, it was emotional roller coaster, physical roller coaster. So but it launched me into trying to figure out how is this even possible. And, I don't care what anybody says. If you're going out there and the family's reaching out for help, don't plagiarize it.
Mm-mm.
Really help them and try to minimize it. Because there's too many paranormal teams out there that build it up. And they use the demon word too much.
Absolutely.
And that's not the right thing to do. But that's just my belief. And I learned through trials and error what to do and not to do on my own. And I've seen some things that just make you fill your britches up.
Yes, I do.
And so there's been times I thought my life was going to be over because I'm going out and doing these adventures on my own or trying to figure it out. It's not good to do stuff on your own.
No, it's not, because, I don't even do location investigations, much less residential investigations on my own. Because sometimes,
Right.
a building isn't as sound as you think it is, or like Sloss, which
Right.
is in my hometown. Sloss is not in a great area. And even if you're there with representation of the facility or a team or an event company or whoever's there that day, you can get in a lot of trouble because there will be someone who has been down in the boiler room, or they have really great security systems there, but people will break in just to do conjuring and stuff there, which I find stupid.
Right.
And you don't
Right.
know, if they don't know how to close what they've opened, then you're walking into an environment that you're accustomed to being. Sloss is safe. Sloss is not an evil, bad place. It's not a horrid place. It's not frightening. It has activity, but it tends to be people who worked there. And
Right.
I walked in there one day to just share it with some people, and one of the people with me kept feeling something tugging on his shirt, and when we walked out, he actually had a handprint with some minor abrasion on his abdomen, and that does not happen there. So, and his dad, who was with us, was a physician. He's my physician. And they wanted to see it, to learn about it. And I just looked at him and I said, that does not happen here. I'm so sorry. And he was like, well, he's okay. He's okay. It's just a minor abrasion. It's not anything being that bad. So you don't know what you're going to walk into that someone has done. And you can't do that by yourself. Not wisely.
No, not wisely. Not at all.
But, when this happened with your family and you were seeking answers, did you actually start doing real investigation? I mean, you're an investigator, you're not a ghost hunter. And there is a difference.
Yeah. Right. You can say it's more urban explorer.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying anything or listening to anything that anybody had to say, or listen to places that supposedly had ghost stories to it, and I'd go chase it and see if there's any fact to it, try to get some kind of documentation of what the hell almost killed my sister, something
Mm-hmm.
on the same level. And you just never know what you go into. I went into an old Victorian home in Riverside, California, and this guy could not keep people. He rented out this Victorian home, and he couldn't keep people in there. They would go in, rent it out, and then turn around a couple months later and move out. They screw this place.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there and by myself and opened up the door. There was a foyer, and then past that foyer there was a grand stairway to the left, and There was room on the right, room on the left, and just right of the stairway, the hallway going back, I would assume was the kitchen, because I never made it that far.
Oh, wow.
So I walked down the foyer and looked at the stairs. I saw this black shadowing at the end of the hallway underneath the stairs. I just figured maybe it was just the way the lighting was coming through from outside. And, well, no, that shadowing started to engulf the whole hallway, and it rushed toward me. My ass turned around right out the door.
Mine would have too, without a doubt.
And that's when I'm carrying a big old VHS camcorder with an analog tape recorder where you hit play and record at the same time to record audio. So, that's the gear I use then.
Well, I tell you, that's pretty frightening. But we are up against our first break, and this is going to be about 3 minutes, y'all, so we'll be right back.
You are listening to WPHM Digital Broadcasting, the best in paranormal talk radio.
Welcome back to Fate Radio. You are joining me, Kat Hobson, with my guest, Christopher Maggard, who has a brand new film coming out and has been out doing locations. What do you call that? Location hunting? Scoping? Scouting. So I am just having the best time talking to you because I know you from since you started doing your films and stuff, but I also know that you have an incredible history in the paranormal field. So I'm excited because I get the best of both worlds. So, well, what took you, first of all, when you went in the house, in that Victorian house in Riverside, and you saw that come at you, What did you think that was?
At the moment, all I thought was, like, holy crap, I gotta get out of here because this ain't right.
Ah,
But I didn't know what it was. Just like a black shadow mass, and once I got out of there and I kind of stopped and caught my breath and evaluated what happened, I was just like flabbergasted because I just didn't really ever seen something like that in my life. I mean, yeah, we had things going on in my house when I was younger, but not a black mass that just comes bum rushing you.
no. I mean, that's just so bizarre. Totally bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't know that I would have not made the Wile E. Coyote thing happen, with the shape. But I've seen something like that, but it was because of me. I mean, I shocked something in a haunted location, and it was defending an area. And that's the only time I've seen anything at all like that. Yeah, I was at Pensacola Lighthouse and had that happen, and it was my own fault. But
That's wild.
well, it is. I mean, I had left a piece of equipment up in the children's quarters and was zooming up the stairs to go get it so that I could get back to where I was supposed to be. And the maternal thing that was in that area, when I hit the top of the stairs, just went big and bold and a great big black mass. And I was like, oh, I'll stop right here.
Exactly.
And then I had to go into the whole explanation of, I'm sorry, I just left a piece of equipment. Yes, that was, crazy, but I've still got to get it. So please don't hurt me.
Right.
And it didn't. So that was a good thing. But, well, did you continue investigating after that, or did you move on into your later fields? Did you just continue researching for a while?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I kept going. I mean, I've been going ever since then up until recently, and, 30-some years later, I pretty much hung up my hat from the paranormal field because it's nothing like it was, and I've got pretty close enough, I could say, to kind of finding an answer without having to cross to the other side. So, 30-some years, I'm good.
Most people would be. That's a long time.
What's that?
That's a long time and a lot of work. And a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And, it's been one hell of a ride. Had its ups and downs, and the pros and cons. But I learned a lot. I gained a lot. And I got, like I said, I think I got the answers, some of the answers I was looking for. And I'm good. I'm really good now.
Well, after all that time in the field, to be able to move on into the production side of projects was quite a turn, wasn't it?
Yeah, we had our own TV series. It just, it's through Roku, a streaming TV series, and we did it for 5 seasons. And then, which was cool. It wasn't, it was not all it's cracked up to be. But then, I shot a documentary of the Mansell Shepherd story from Harlan, Kentucky. And that kind of put me in the direction of, well, I want to get into filmmaking. When I lived in California after high school, I worked in the film industry for about 5 years as a PA. So, and for anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's a production assistant. Basically, you're a gopher. You do whatever they ask. But after I shot Mansell Shepherd, I was like, I want to go make a feature film. And I talked to my wife, Elena. I said, let's do this. And here we are about a year later, almost done with the project and getting ready to release it.
That is so exciting. I know that you have to be